Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. This is the Homegirl Tuesdays at 10, and I am so excited about today's topic because we know that when it comes to buying a home, the lender is one of the key components of you being able to get into the home. So, today on the Homegirl Tuesdays at 10, we're going to discuss how to shop for the right lender. So, you may reach out to a realtor to get your pre-approval process started, and they may say, have you been approved? Have you been pre-qualified? Have you spoken with the lender? The reason that we as realtors ask that is because we want to make sure that we're showing you homes that you can actually afford based on the documentation you have submitted to the lender. So the lender is a key component in your home buying process. So how do you choose a lender and what does that look like? Well, it's first important to understand that there are two types of loan officers that you can work with. You can work with a mortgage broker, or you can work directly with a lender or a banker. So the mortgage broker, they work with a variety of lenders. Okay. So what they'll do is once you have submitted your application to them and you have turned in the requested documents, which will be your 2 months bank statements, 2 years tax returns and W-2s and all of that information. Once you have submitted that and now you are ready to be pre-approved, what the mortgage broker does is they shop your loan. So what they'll do is they'll take your situation and try to find the best option for you because they're able to work with a variety of different lenders. They are a broker. So consider a broker like someone who like a real estate firm. The real estate firm has a broker in charge, but they also have agents who work underneath that brokerage. So that's the same idea of a mortgage broker. And what I particularly like about a mortgage broker is that if they can't find a product with this lender, they can move on to a different lender, all within that same one credit pool. So when you have a mortgage broker, you're able to get, they're a little bit more flexible because this lender may go down to a 500 and may require a 10% down payment. This lender may do a 580. This lender may do this lender may do that. So a mortgage broker is able to shop the option that works best for you. Now, a lot of times you will never see your mortgage broker. There are some mortgage brokers, however, who do attend closings, but a lot of times they're not. So it's kind of, making sure that you actually connect and you like the mortgage broker, you actually like their personality, you feel like they're working for you, they're answering your questions, they're being spot on, and they're able to issue a pre-approval. And if they're not able to issue a pre-approval, they're giving you the steps to get pre-approved. Those are my type of brokers. So that's the mortgage broker piece. Now, when it comes to a mortgage lender or like a banker, well, that's someone that actually you could probably walk into your bank and do an application on, or someone at the credit union that you may know who you can go in and actually physically submit your documents. Now, with the mortgage lender, they do all of the underwriting for your loan and everything right there for you. And so they're not shopping the best rates. They're giving you what the products that they have. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with choosing either one, but you do want to make sure that you are good with the down payment option they provide. You are good with the interest rate options they provide. And you're also good with the terms that they provide. A couple years ago, I had a lady who was doing new construction and one of the lenders offered her an ARM product, which is an adjustable rate mortgage. She did not like that, so we were able to switch lenders, okay, and interview a different lender. So you want to make sure that you're having those conversations and you're asking them, what does it take for me to get pre-approved with you? You're asking them, what's your minimum credit score requirement? What is the down payment requirement going to look like? And if you are not able to fully have the down payment that you need, well, you also want to ask the lender, do you work with down payment assistance programs, or do you work with local programs that offer grants to help me with my down payment? So you want to make sure that you're choosing a lender that works best for your situation. So if you find yourself and you want to have a more variety of different loan products that you may be able to be approved for, then the mortgage broker will be the best option for you. If you want to just deal directly, and you will deal with that broker primarily, but they'll be shopping your loan product to find the best one for you. The mortgage lender, you can consider that to be more of your traditional banker, and that's someone that you may know or you already have a relationship with that bank. So now you want to take it up a notch and get approved for a mortgage. So also it's good to know that you have between 14 and 45 days to shop around and have these conversations. Some people say like 30 days to kind of keep it in the middle, but you want to keep it within that 14 to 45 day time frame, because that will have a minimal impact to your credit score. Why? Because the credit companies will realize like, hey, they're shopping for a mortgage. We're not going to ding them every single time they do an application because they're rate shopping. So you want to make sure that you're staying within that time period to minimize the credit impact. But again, a lot of times you may not see your lender physically. So you want to make sure that you're comfortable with giving them your life story. You want to make sure, not really life story, but I'm saying that to say you want to make sure that you're comfortable with them, giving them your information, and being able to communicate with them via email and over the phone. Also, you want to make sure that your lender is responsive to you and is holding your hand and making you feel comfortable throughout the process, because getting pre-approved is just getting started. Once you get approved and you find a home and now you're under contract, there's more that the lender will be requiring from you. And you want to make sure that you like this person honestly, because they're pivotal in your transaction, and they will be in your back pocket for the next 30 to 45 days. So you want to make sure of that. So the key takeaways is find a lender that you're comfortable with. Find a lender who you feel like is educating you. You are at liberty to shop around and shop lenders, shop interest rates, shop loan products. This lender may be able to go conventional with you, but this lender may not be able to. And that's okay. It's not a one and done thing. And as you're shopping around, just keep in mind that you do have 14 to 45 days to get your credit pulled without a minimum impact to your credit score. In this industry, we do like to say like within 30 days. But again, you have that time to shop lenders, so you're not stuck with one lender. I've even had to flip lenders mid-transaction to save the deal. So hey, the loan is the key part of buying a house. So make sure that the person who's giving you the loan is someone that you want to work with and you feel comfortable working with, and you understand how they work. So don't be afraid to have those conversations. Don't be afraid to ask questions to find out how they're going to work for you and how they're going to be able to secure your asset, which is your home. Okay, so this has been the Homegirl Tuesdays at 10, and I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and that if it's raining where you are like it is where I am, that you're still finding the light and able to be sunny despite all the things. If you have any questions, let me know. As always, I do link the buyer's readiness assessment in my comments, and that's important for you to understand where you stand. So as you're having conversations with the lender, you know, okay, I don't have the money for the down payment. I may need a lender who offers down payment assistance. So the buyer readiness assessment will help you understand where you sit financially and credit wise, so that whenever you do have the conversations with your lender, you can tell them, well, this is where my 3 credit scores are standing. This is where I'm looking at where I am financially. And now you can choose the lender who can best fit your situation. So the buyer readiness assessment is only $1. It's only $1, y'all. I feel like sometimes whenever there's a financial piece attached to a product or an offer, people kind of, they're a little bit more prone to use it. So the buyer readiness assessment is for you as the buyer to have better informed conversations with your loan officer, your realtor, and the more involved you are with your process. I cannot stress this enough. The more involved you are with your home buying process, the more information you know about where you stand financially, the more empowered you're going to be, and the more smoothly, well, I don't even think that's the word, smoothly, your transaction will work smoother because you are aware and you know, because you do have to do your part as the buyer. Yes, we as the professionals, we're here to help you. Your loan officer is to guide you. Your realtor is to negotiate and transact for you, but you also have to play your role about being informed and knowing what's going on with your finances. And that's what the buyer readiness assessment does for you. So if you're not ready to have the conversation with the lender, I do highly suggest using the buyer readiness assessment to get an idea of where you are. So now you're ready to have a better a better informed conversation. And whenever you get ready to start having conversations with lenders, you have something to show to say, this is where I am and what can you offer me with my situation. So that's why that's so pivotal, and that's why that's so important. And that's why I created that, because I understand how important it is to know where you stand in your home buying journey. So again, this has been the Homegirl Tuesdays at 10. I hope that you all have a wonderful day. See the light, find something to be grateful for, and enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you next week.